Hi everyone. Today we're going to be reading A Tragedy in Black, a folk tale from the time of the Oblivion Crisis. The Dremora looked on the young boy with disdain. He looked to be no more than 17 or 18, on the cusp of manhood. You have summoned me? Mother says I'm good with spells. Someday I'm going to be a wizard, maybe even archmage. And what would your mother know of magic, boy? She's a wizard. She's an enchanter at the Arcane University. Ah, another dabbler in the mystic arts. I'm certain she's barely mediocre. You shut up. I read the scroll. I get to tell you what to do. The Dremora was silent. Compulsion bound his voice. I want to know how to make a magic dress. I need it for her birthday. The Dremora answers was more silence. You have to tell me. It's in the rules. Freed from the previous compulsion, the Dremora answered, First, you need a soul gem. I happen to have one and would gladly give it to you for some noble cause. Really? Why do I need it? With a hidden smile, the Dremora handed over the dull black gem. It is not enough to cast a spell upon an inherent object. Magic requires thought, intent, will, and emotion. The soul powers the enchantment. The bigger the soul, the more powerful the enchantment. So how big is the one in this soul gem? Oh, that one is empty. You'll have to fill it. But it can hold the largest of souls easily. Do you know how to do that? No, the young man said, sullenly. Let me show you. You cast a spell like this. The tendrils of the soul trap spell spilled from his fingers and surrounded the boy. The young man's eyes went wide. I didn't feel anything, he complained. How about now? The Dremora asked, plunging his talent into the youth's ribs. His heart beat only once before it was pulled from his chest. Quickly, the Dremora snatched back the black soul gem just as the youth died. His soul tried to flee but was trapped by the spell and drawn into the gem. Only black soul gems can hold the souls of men and elves. Your mother obviously never told you never to accept a freely given gift from a summoned Dremora, he said to the corpse. You see, it breaks the conjuration, freeing the summoned from the summoner. Now let's go find your mother. After all, I have another black soul gem. Alduin is real. And he ent Akatosh, by Thromgar Ironhead, proud Nord. As my Da used to say, Imperials are idiots. That is why I am writing this book. I ain't never wrote a book before, and I do not reckon to write one again. But sometimes a man must do what a man must do, and what I must do is set the record straight about the god called Akatosh and the dragon called Alduin. They ain't the same thing, no matter what them Imperials might say or how they might wish it to be so. My Da was never one for the gods, but my Ma was. She worshipped all the divines and taught me lots of things, so I know a thing or two about Akatosh, just as much as any Imperial. I know he was the first of all the gods to take shape in the beginning place, and I know he has the shape of a dragon. My Da even told me the story of Martin Septim and the things would happen when the gates of oblivion opened. Septim turned into the spirit of Akatosh and killed Mehrunes Dagon. Now I don't know about you, but any dragon that fights the Prince of Destruction is okay by me. Now I hope you understand the problem. Akatosh is good. Everyone from the Nord to Imperial knows that. But Alduin, he ain't good. He's the opposite of good. That Alduin is evil through and through. So you see, Akatosh and Alduin can't be the one and the same. Growing up as a lad in Skyrim, I heard all the stories, told to me by my Da, who was told to me by his Da, who was told by his Da, and so on. And one of those stories was about Alduin. But see, he was not Akatosh. He was another dragon, and a real one at that. Akatosh is some kind of spirit dragon. I think when he bothers to be a dragon at all, and not a god living in some kind of god place like Oblivion, But Alduin is a real dragon with flesh and teeth, and has a mean streak longer than the White River. And there was a time when Alduin tried to rule over all of Skyrim with his other dragons. In the end, it took some mighty strong heroes to finally kill Alduin and be done with his whole story. So I got to ask, does that sound like Akatosh to you? No, friend, no it does not. And so I, Thromgar Ironhead, do firmly say with the utmost conviction that Alduin is real and he ain't Akatosh.